Okay, bodybuilder in Thailand.com. In Bangkok now today. I had to come down to Bangkok today. I took the overnight train here, and so I got here at 6 a.m. Now I'm in the Sukhumvit area, and I'm walking around, and this is the area on Sukhumvit where it's like this is a main tourist spot, because on one side of Sukhumvit is Nana Plaza, and on the other side is Soy Cowboy, and it's called like a BTS Asok area. There's the mall, Terminal 21. So this is like a heavily populated tourist area. There's it's crazy, yeah. So I'm just walking around here this morning. I came down to Bangkok to meet up with some friends and to do some shit down here. Got some stuff I gotta do. One thing is I gotta buy whey protein. So yeah. Walking down the street here. This is when you first come to Thailand, this is gonna be one of the places that you see is walking down this road. It's where everybody goes when they first get here. And then at night, which I'll show it again tonight, this street becomes just loaded with people selling dildos, streetwalkers, just all kinds of shit, man. I can't imagine walking up and down the street with your grandma or something. It'd be hilarious. You'd have to. There's no other place like it. It's hard to explain. This is a classic right here. The McDonald's, Ronald McDonald Y. Look. Yeah. Okay, so right here behind me, Nana Square, right, which is a mall. That is on the other side of Nana Plaza is this intersection street behind me, and this intersection is really dangerous when you're walking across it because the cars don't stop and they're going like 40 miles an hour around the intersection. So yeah, it's really dangerous to walk across it ever, even if you're paying attention. But right now, as you can see, it's like, where is everybody? What you know what? In the mornings, it's only 8 a.m. right now, and in the mornings it's really shut down because the night only ended a few hours ago, you know, maybe 5 or 6 in the morning. Last night's night ended, and now it's Sunday morning, so you still see people walking back. You see, actually, while I've been walking this way, I've seen a lot of women of the night walking back towards Nana Plaza. I think they're going to sleep now. But right now where I'm going is I'm walking down towards Sukhumvit Soi 2, which is where I stayed my first week in Thailand, and I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so here is Sukhumvit Soi 1, and this is where I was my first week in Thailand. So it's just outside that main downtown Asok area, right? When you come to Bangkok, Asok, BTS Asok, Sukhumvit MRT stop. That's the subway, and it's basically the center of the city. It's an easy meeting spot because it's in the middle of everyone else, and it's really busy, like with the main business and the main two like red light districts. But this is where I was walking my first week here, and I remember just walking up and down the street, I was feeling like so, like this is different than in America. I was feeling like yeah, just walking up and down the street, like, where the hell am I? I felt like I could have been in the Amazon jungle and I wouldn't have felt any different. As you can see, it's just when you're walking around here, it's not the same as it is walking around in the US. You look like you're in a, I guess you could say, third world country. But I stayed in a really nice hotel down here, and the hotel that I stayed in was called the Furama Exclusive, which is a little bit ways down here more, which is a 4-star hotel, and it's just outside. Like I'm talking like if you walk from the beginning of this side street right here, if you walk, you know, 100 meters, you're back in the main nightlife area. But this is a 4-star hotel, and it's super nice, and they totally take care of you. Like, and it only costs about $40 a night, $40 US a night, which for the quality of the hotel you get and the quality of the service of the staff, like, it really has that luxury feel for it. And to pay $40 for that just feels like, oh my God, I got such a good deal. To get the level of service that this hotel gives in the US would cost me at least $200 for a night. But it costs $40 here, so I was happy about that. This was the first 7-Eleven that I saw in Thailand. I remember I asked the girl that picked me up at the airport and took me here. I said, what? There's 7-Eleven here? And she was like, yeah, duh, there's 7-Eleven in Thailand. And I was like, what? I thought it was a Western thing, but little did I know there would be a 7-Eleven on literally every street corner here. There's way more 7-Elevens here than in the Western countries. The weird thing though is that when you go to Laos, which is right next door, they are a communist country, and so there are no 7-Elevens. There's only local businesses, because that's one of the tenets of communism, is not having like imperialistic economics. So it's really interesting, like, to see though when you go to Laos, all of a sudden it's so technologically just crossing the border and just going to where it is a different country from Thailand. Like, it's like you go backwards 100 years in terms of economic advancement, in terms of how updated and new the buildings, the businesses, everything looks. So that would be one of the things that really happens there, is that the communism is really holding back the economic development and updating of the business structure, the buildings, everything there. So we're at the hotel now that I stayed at my first week in Thailand, and it's back here, and it's sort of hidden, you know. It was a little walk down here, down the street, but I'm telling you guys that this is the best place for the best price. Just a little bit out of the way, there's a truck selling fruit in the morning. Costs each piece of fruit, they'll cut it up for you, costs like maybe 75 cents, right? And so now that's the hotel that I stayed at right there. It goes up like that, and on the inside it may look like, on the outside it may look like, because it's kind of like in the middle of a more trashy area, but I'm telling you, it's nice. Just look it up on, look the pictures up on agoda.com of what the inside looks like. I think there actually might be a couple pictures on Bodybuilder in Thailand.com of what the inside looks like. And for the price you pay, $40 for a night there, it's unbelievable the quality you get. The thing about this street though, that it's a little bit nostalgic for me, because when I was staying here, it was a very magical time in my life. 1 year and 3 months ago. It was a very magical time in my life, because I had just done the unthinkable. I had left America with no plans on going back. I had fired my boss and was counting on myself to get my become completely dependent on my own kratom thing back in the US that I was doing online, to be able to pay for my life. You know, I had some money saved up, and I was earning some money with KratomHappy.com, but you know, I wasn't earning enough. And you know, I bet on myself and said, I'm gonna do this. You know, I'm quitting my job, buying a ticket to Thailand. I have some money saved, you know, and I'm gonna rely on getting my own business up and running on the internet. I know I can do it. I'm going to do it, and I was determined. And this was a magical place for me. I would just look at the sidewalk, just sit on the side of the street and watch the cars go by, and the people walk by on the sidewalk and be like, I live in Asia now. Just bought one plane ticket, and that was to Thailand. And yeah, basically everyone back home, you know, didn't really know. I think there's like, what the fuck is he thinking, you know? And didn't know like how. So they didn't know how long will he stay there. And that's what I'm saying, is that it was a it was a very magical time in my life, because I took that big step to believe in myself, put it on the line, came out to Thailand never having been here, knowing no one, having no friends, and you know, leaving my other life, you know, putting all my cards all in on my ability to get my business going. And you know, my whole goal of, you know, being location independent, working on my computer, you know, making my income being a personality online. And then on top of that, I was just so excited to be in Thailand because I loved Asian culture so much. And I, you know, I had several Vietnamese girlfriends over time back in the States, and I just really loved the Asian culture. And you know, I was so excited to see what it would be like to live in Asia and be here in Asia, be in Thailand. It was a magical place and a magical time in my life, and I can't help but look back on it and just think about, wow, that was such a it's hard for me to describe it as anything other than magical, and it's something that I will, just the novelty from every small little thing that I had, just walking down the street, sitting down on the curb, watching the people walk by, and just being, wow, I live here now. I live in Thailand. It's one of those things, one of those experiences, something that I did that it's gonna be one of the really cool defining moments of my life that I carry with me forever. That's just what it was. That's what it was, and it will always be that way because it happened. I made the decision to do it, ended up doing it, and you know, it worked out. And it worked out because I believed in myself and I was willing to work in order to make it happen, in order to make my life in Thailand a reality, because I wanted to come here. I wanted to live in Asia. I was fed up with American bullshit and you know, the lifestyle, the liberal attitudes, feminism, you know, overpriced living, just you know, ridiculous laws, and corrupt government. I know there's corrupt government everywhere, right? But yeah, I just decided come here, and I like it here. Bodybuilder in Thailand.com.